I'm assuming that means that there must have been some fear when it comes to speaking in public, in front of somebody, in front of a camera, which is definitely kind of weird, but I've certainly gotten used to it. How do you overcome that? Because I have to assume that a lot of the listeners must have that deep fear of speaking in public, because I understand it could be a self-image struggle. Is my guess of a lot of it. But can you speak to that? Because obviously that's something you had to overcome. And how do you become an effective communicator with more than two people if you have that fear of communicating in front of somebody?
Absolutely. So I think what I would say is, let's start with the principle. Right, and the principle is the following. Fear is always going to be there. Right? Just because you're going skydiving the second time doesn't mean it's less scarier. Or not scary at all, rather. I think that's a better term. There's always going to be fear in anything that you do. The thing that I like to preach, because anyone who tells you they're not scared at all is definitely lying, in my opinion. It's, what is the fear compared to the weight of the message? So for me, if the message is more important than the fear loses. Good analogy I like to use, which is odd since I'm not a sports guy, is a boxing match. Let's say on one side of the ring, you got your fear, and the other side of the ring, you got your message. Fear is always going to be in the corner, but as long as your message gets the knockout punch, right, fear always loses in the end. And I think that's the difference between the best communicators on the planet versus everyone else, is the best communicators on the planet believe so much in their message that they're willing to crush their fear. I'm the best example of this. Yeah, sure, I sound like some great communicator now, however you want to define me, but when I started coaching CEOs when I was 22, that wasn't fun. It wasn't fun the first couple of months. Because I'm speaking to people who literally have worked at their companies longer than I've been alive. It's literally. So how do you overcome that? Well, you overcome it by understanding that, yeah, this person, this woman, this man, they have a lot of experience. Nothing to discount. They have a lot of experience in their field. They've done really good work. But in this one vertical, this message, this one thing about communication, I might know a bit more. So let me hone in on that message. Let me lean into that and make sure that that message beats the fear every single day.